I used to think artificial intelligence was something distant, something we would deal with years from now. But standing in the middle of a busy street in New York, watching people rush past me, glued to their phones, relying on invisible systems making decisions for them, I realized something. The future isn't coming. It's already here. And it's moving faster than most of us can understand. Behind every recommendation you see, every ad that feels like it knows you, every automated response, there's something learning, adapting, replacing. So I decided to travel across the United States to find out what this new reality really looks like. Because one question kept bothering me. Is artificial intelligence creating opportunity or quietly taking it away? In San Francisco, I stepped into a tech startup building AI tools for businesses. The office was quiet. Not because nothing was happening, but because so much was happening, automatically. I watched as one engineer ran systems that used to require entire teams. Tasks were being completed in seconds. Reports generated instantly. Decisions assisted by machines. I spoke with the founder. He looked confident, excited, even. He told me, AI is helping us move faster than ever before. What used to take 5 people now takes 1. I nodded. Because on the surface, that sounds like progress. But then I asked myself, if one person can now do the work of 5, what happens to the other 4? In Arizona, I met Daniel. He used to work in customer service, answering calls, helping people, solving problems, until one day, his role disappeared. Replaced by AI. He told me, they didn't fire us because we did something wrong. They replaced us because a machine could do it cheaper. There was no anger in his voice, just quiet disbelief. And Daniel isn't alone. Across the country, I saw it happening. Self-checkout machines replacing cashiers. AI chat systems replacing support teams. Even creative work, writing, design, editing, being automated. For years, people believed technology would replace manual labor. But now, it's replacing thinking. And for many, that realization is unsettling. But this isn't just a story about loss. In New York, I met Sarah, a freelance designer. Unlike Daniel, her experience was different. She opened her laptop and showed me her workflow. Tasks that used to take her hours now took minutes. Concepts generated instantly. Ideas expanded with AI tools. She smiled and said, AI didn't take my job, it made me better. And she wasn't just surviving. She was thriving, earning more, working faster, taking on more clients. That's when I realized something important. AI isn't just replacing jobs. It's reshaping them. And for those who learn how to use it, it becomes an advantage. But not everyone has that advantage. In a small training center in Texas, I sat with a group of adults learning digital skills. Some were excited. Others, overwhelmed. One man told me, I've been doing the same job for 20 years. Now I have to start all over again. That's the reality of this transition. It's not just about technology. It's about adaptation. The divide is no longer just about income. It's about access to knowledge. Those who understand AI move forward. Those who don't risk being left behind. And the gap between those two groups is growing faster than ever. As I dug deeper, I started to see a pattern. A small number of companies are shaping this entire future. OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft are leading the AI revolution. They're building the tools, training the systems, controlling the infrastructure. I spoke to a tech analyst who told me, AI isn't just innovation, it's influence. Because whoever controls AI controls how work is done, how information flows, and in some ways, how decisions are made. That kind of power is unprecedented. But the impact of AI goes beyond jobs. It touches something deeper: trust. I watched a video that looked completely real. A person speaking. Moving naturally. But it wasn't real. It was AI generated. For a moment, I couldn't tell the difference. And that's when it hit me. We're entering a world where seeing is no longer believing. Where information can be created, not just captured. Where truth can be manipulated. And that raises questions we're not fully prepared to answer. After everything I've seen, from job losses to new opportunities, from fear to innovation, one thing is clear. Artificial intelligence is not the future. It's the present. And it's not slowing down. So the real question is not whether AI will change our lives. It already has. The question is, how do we respond? Because the solution won't come from technology alone. It will require education systems that evolve with the times, policies that protect workers, not just profits, and individuals willing to learn, adapt, and grow. Because in this new world, standing still is no longer an option. Because technology has always changed the world, but this time, it's moving faster than our systems can keep up. I spoke to people who felt left behind, and others who were moving ahead. And the difference wasn't luck. It was access. Access to knowledge. Access to tools. Access to opportunity. So maybe the solution isn't to slow AI down. Maybe it's to speed people up. That means investing in real-world skills. Not just degrees, but practical digital literacy. It means companies training workers, instead of replacing them overnight. And it means individuals taking control, learning, adapting, and staying curious. Because in this new era, waiting is the biggest risk. The future will belong to those who don't just watch change happen, but those who prepare for it. And maybe, that's where the real opportunity begins. After everything I've seen, I started to notice something different. Not fear, not resistance, but creation. In places you wouldn't expect, people aren't waiting for change to happen. They're building it themselves. I met a small business owner who used AI to grow her local shop, automating her inventory, reaching customers online, doing things that once required an entire team. She told me something simple, but powerful. I stopped seeing AI as a threat, and started using it as a partner. And she's not alone. Across the country, I found freelancers, creators, and entrepreneurs using AI to launch businesses, tell stories, and solve real problems. Not in big tech offices, but in small apartments, shared workspaces, late-night ideas turning into real income. This is a different kind of solution. Not waiting for systems to fix everything, but individuals creating their own path. Because maybe the future of work won't just be about jobs. It will be about ownership. Ownership of skills. Ownership of ideas. Ownership of opportunity. And in a world being reshaped by machines, the people who rise may be the ones who decide to build, instead of wait. As the sun rose on my final day, I looked out at a city still moving, still adapting. And I realized something. The story of AI is not just about machines. It's about us, our choices, our resilience, our future. And maybe, just maybe, the people who win in this new era won't be the ones who fear AI, but the ones who learn how to work with it. As my journey came to an end, I found myself standing still for the first time in days. No interviews, no questions, just silence, and a city still in motion. Lights flickering on, one building at a time. People walking home, or heading to their next shift. Screens glowing in the distance. Decisions being made, somewhere, by something. And I realized something I hadn't fully understood before. This isn't just a story about technology. It's a story about people, trying to find their place in a world that's changing faster than ever. Because artificial intelligence isn't just reshaping industries. It's reshaping identity. What it means to work. What it means to be valuable. What it means to belong. For some, It's opening doors they never thought possible. A chance to build faster, create more, reach further. For others, it's uncertainty. A quiet question in the back of their minds. Where do I fit in this new world? And maybe, that's the part we don't talk about enough.